We have some customers running parallel pilots. They give us a contract, they give somebody else a contract, they do a full integration with meters, with networks, everything on 2 different tracks. Incredible amount of expense. Why not take advantage of the references that are out there, talk to individuals that are out in this audience and ask, does this work, does it scale? And the bottom line is our smart grid projects are absolutely scaling. We're thrilled by the efforts of all of you and our system integration partners to make them successes. And again, we want to recognize a couple of those, in particular the significant accomplishments. So one of the things that we started was a 1 million meter award. So essentially, for every time a customer passes 1 million meters, we want to start recognizing them. This is unusual in today's marketplace that people get to 1 million meters. One of the customers that has received and reached that level is CenterPoint down in Texas. I've had the benefit of spending a lot of time at CenterPoint with their executive team. They're past the scalability issue. They're talking to us not about how do I make more meters go through the system. We've accomplished that goal. They're talking about what's the next generation of applications, what's the next generation of capabilities, how do we strategically now change our business and materially change the way we run our operation and our company based on success with a smart grid project. They're on the way to 2 million meters. They've eliminated, and there are some articles on this, hundreds of thousands of truck rolls for millions of dollars worth of savings. So they're truly getting the operational efficiency. And given that they serve retailers, because of the capability, they've been able to provide some very innovative pricing and also the daily market settlements with the retailers. So incredibly powerful. So at this stage, I'd like to invite Mary Rich from CenterPoint up so that she can receive the 1 million meter award on behalf of eMeter to CenterPoint for their great accomplishment. Thank you, Mary. And I can tell you, this is a team that's really earned their stripes on this project. As you can guess, it's a long ways to get there if you think about just what has to happen out in the customer account, what has to happen with the installation processes. And they've really created down at CenterPoint pretty much a best practices around it. We've watched literally hundreds of prospective customers come through and look at the CenterPoint operation. They're probably our most prolific hoster of people from around the world that want to look at a successful smart grid project. So we're thrilled to have them. The next one is the IESO, Independent System Operators of Ontario, 3 million meters at this stage. I would guess, and I can't tell you for sure, but I'm not aware of anyone else over 3 million meters installed that's actually doing interval data processing. They're working on a 1 hour interval. This project will ultimately go over 4.7 million meters. They serve 76 local distribution companies. So they are a service provider to 76 other entities, some of which are represented here that do additional things with the data and information. So this is really, in my mind, not only is it over 3 million meters, it's by far one of the most complex implementations relative to what they're trying to do, and that they're serving these distribution companies and they're scaling. They're ultimately supporting Ontario's goal of conservation, of carbon reductions. And for us, and I think for the smart grid industry, I'd like to invite Prashemik up for the 3 million meter awards. And the way we're doing this, just so you know, thanks, is we actually have these in what look like meters, but they actually have a place where you can hang it on a wall, and it just recognizes 1 million. So in the lobby of Prashemik's building, he'll be able to put up 3 of these, representing 1 million for each level. And so we can't wait for all of you to come up here as well, but I'll give Prashemik his stack of 3 million meter awards. Thanks, Prashemik. It's really fun and exciting I can tell you, for the entire eMeter team when we see these milestones hit. We really do internally celebrate it. I know our customers celebrate it as well. And at the end of the day, your success is our success. We know we will not be a successful vendor in this space unless we're driving success. And that success is coming in many different dimensions, not just meters, but also what kind of operational efficiencies are utilities getting? Are we shortening outages? Do we have outage management so that we don't have to have the squirrel with 9 lives? Can you drive energy reliability where you can bring outages down, not have them last as long? Can we ultimately, for those that are publicly traded companies, can we drive shareholder value? Or if you're a co-op, can we drive value back into the infrastructure so that you have a better and better operation for your member companies? And it's really important to us that we continue to have that. So the next award we want to acknowledge is the Customer Engagement Award. Before I name the actual utility that's going to get our Customer Engagement Award, I thought I would share a quote from their executive. Our partnership with eMeter allows us to provide our members with the information that they need to be better consumers of energy. We believe our members should have the same timely access to their energy use as they have to their cell phone minutes or bank balances. Energy Engage makes this possible. And so the winner of our award this year for the Customer Engagement Award is Bluebonnet, and I'd like to invite Leslie up to receive the award on behalf of Bluebonnet. I'm going to make you walk up the stairs. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And by the way, Bluebonnet, when you think of Bluebonnet and what they've accomplished, it's a really interesting story. It's one of the ones that I actually love to hear about. They're rural Texas. They sit from the outskirts of Houston to the outskirts of Austin. They have upwards of 10 miles between many of their meters. They haven't installed smart meters. So they've done their customer engagement based on traditional wireline-based meters, and what they're starting to do now is crank up the interval. So what they're doing is they're getting the data in the hands of their consumers and saying for the first time, you can actually manage your energy consumption. You're actually going to get the opportunity to hear from one of the customers of Bluebonnet later in the conference. I believe it's tomorrow. You'll hear one of their customers actually talk about what customer engagement has done for him. It's a really fascinating story. But the entire kind of engagement process there is really interesting given the nature of the meters, given the nature of the service territory, and the nature of their customers. But the benefits are just absolutely incredible. And it's amazing what people can do once you have that capability. You know, I think about my own consumption, and it's like going to a website that has a monthly read on it really doesn't quite give me enough to figure out why I have an outrageous bill at my house. Whatever mailers they might include to talk to me about energy efficiency, I don't know about the rest of you, but the way I open bills is I slice open the envelope, I dump out all the inserts, I pull out the bill, and that goes in my shredder stack. I don't even need to look at it because it's going to show up on my credit card bill or show up out of my checking account.